Hi, my name is Charlie and I'm going to talk to you about assessments. I use assessments in my job all the time. One of the things that I have decided to do differently this year is to give the teachers time to evaluate themselves. I want them to use the tool before I use it. Then I want to use it. And when I'm using it, I want them to be able to use it right afterwards. So then we can come together and have a conversation about it. I have found that often when teachers are feeling overwhelmed and aren't given the time to evaluate themselves, the assessment bears very little help or even any kind of impact. When an assessment is just done to someone, there can be disagreements with the findings, hurt feelings, and resentment towards the assessment, the assessor, and even the job. One of the things that I really liked about the assessment tool that I am reflecting on is it's called the Personal Assessment and Reflect SEL Competency for School Leaders, Staff, and Adults. What I liked about this is that nobody else is going to use it. I'm going to use mine, I'm going to see mine, and I'm going to decide what I want to do with that information. The assessment tool is you answer the questions on the 5 competencies from CASEL, or the 5 CASEL competencies, and you measure your different skills or kind of where you rank within those skills. So with self-awareness is the first one. So how well you not even manage your emotion, but how well you recognize your emotions, how those emotions affect you when you're working with somebody, how much self-confidence you have, and what your optimism is at seeing that there's a way to solve that problem. Self-management, which kind of goes in with managing yourself when you're working with other people, how you set and achieve goals, if you're adaptable to different situations and even just different people. This area also measures kind of your self-control. So when you come across a challenge, how well you take over that challenge. Do you get frustrated, mad, stop, hurt, or are you more reflective and able to work through it? Do you know to take a pause if it becomes too much? The second or the third one is your social awareness. This is where you use empathy, have respect for others, appreciate diversity, and your organizational awareness. That one is a chore for me, which I didn't know that before. And so I appreciate using this tool. The one that I think resonated with me the most, and it's not because I didn't know what the outcome was. I know that this is not my strong point, and I'm not horrible on either part of it, but it's the relationship skill domain. I found myself rating myself instead of on the high end or the low end or often or never. I stayed pretty much in the somewhat, but then I ranked myself within the somewhat, where it was closer to often or closer to never, which is probably not the way that you're supposed to use this tool, but for me, it was the way that it kind of, I guess, answered those same questions, because it's not that I do it often enough, but I do it sometimes, and I would like to do it more. So that was the thing that I found to be the most interesting, and I know that there's areas in that specific domain that I would like to work on, and I struggle with. The last category is responsible decision making, being able to see a problem and possible solutions, involving others with the process, and the way that you treat other people. So I enjoyed this tool more because I like learning about myself. I like learning areas that I can improve on. That's probably one of the reasons why I'm in this class. Honestly, there are some specific areas that I would like to grow in, and I look forward to investigating and researching how I can do that. So I appreciated this assessment tool. Thank you.